Wherever C24. It is 5:05 p.m. for the Eastern Standard Time. I am part of your host, Owedo, and the other host is
Solar Exotic. Hello everybody. Welcome to the 4th edition of Run Reviews. We are here. We've got 52 runs to show you today, including the after party that is coming at the end of this stream. We have a lot to show you. So, here we are. Well, it seems as though a lot of people have been enjoying the run reviews, and yeah, we've got 2 more to bring you after this one. So let's sit back and enjoy, well, what we've got to present to you. And we've got quite
get
a
your
few.
tea, get your biscuits, and enjoy the show. And the show, technically.
And every single one of you from last week has already appeared. We have 12 people watching already. This is unbelievable stuff.
Happy days.
Excellent stuff. Well, let's deliver, and yeah, we're going to get started. We're going to have a little look at the events that are going to be coming up very shortly. But first, we'd like to thank you all so much for, well, being here tonight. It's a pleasure to see you all.
Yeah, it means a lot. We've gotten a lot of these reviews, and it really is very meaningful. How about that lineup, though? Let's see what we got.
So, the lineup today, for Speed Lap we have Q1, Q2, Q3, Q8 and Q12. For Time Trial we have Q14, 15, 19, 22 and 24. In Zone we have 27 and 29, and in Detonator we have 36 and 39. Today's comparisons include Q22 and Q39. 27, 29 and 36 and 39 are all brand new events that have not been displayed before in a run review. So, yeah, new events. How about that? For now, let's dive straight in. We are going to Q1. Let's get started. Event 1, Modesto Heights.
I mean, there's really no other better places. It is the event to begin all events. I mean, all quite a surprising first event just in general for the whole tournament. But here we are. We're about to see some potential improvements, some new players. We actually got 19 people who have submitted at least one run so far. Still just over black. Here we go.
So we're beginning with Anna Player, who's currently in 7th place. Someone who's also not been in a run review yet. There's quite a few new people who have not been in run reviews yet. So, yeah, we're going to be seeing some new pilots and some new runs. Oh, gets a nice little turn in there. Very nice side shift action with an EGX HD.
Yeah, that's a very unexpected ship choice, but I mean, it certainly worked out with a pretty good lap.
A very, very, very good lap. Could he do that with an Icarus or any other ship, though? Who knows? And here we have Pigeon RL, the Epsilon 2019 Gold finalist, which this is his first time on a run review as well. And he is currently 5th place on this particular run. And as you can see, the side shift action and the racing line is very familiar to the tops and the bottoms. Everyone is extremely close on this particular event. And here we have Kid, who's doing also the similar line, who's in currently 2nd place, tied 2nd place with me, might I add. There is a draw on this particular run, and as you can see, he's doing this with Piranha Fury. It's definitely interesting to see how many people have used different ships throughout these runs, don't you agree?
Yeah, that's really true. We have quite a diversity of ships just on the very first event. Some have worked out more than others, but I mean, the Piranha Fury is 2nd place in this tournament. That's really incredible.
Absolutely. And there you go, that was Q1. So, well, very familiar lines.
That was definitely qualifying event 1 from this tournament. It definitely was.
A little fun fact about Q1 as well. Q1 currently has the most submissions on any other event. We currently stand at 17 individual submissions. Whew, that's quite a lot.
And there's still 2 more weeks for any other potential people to get their runs in, like X or someone else in particular.
The next up we have Event 2, Shengyu Project Reverse on Venom Class. 15 of you are here with us tonight. Good to see you all.
Happy to see you here. We hope you enjoyed these awesome events and how people have done thus far. But now let's jump in. Event 2, here we go. Who are we seeing first?
We are seeing Risk 82, another new contender who has not yet been in a run review. So here we are. We've got a Pfizer HD here. Risk 82. Ooh, very late turbo, but nonetheless lands cleanly. Follows a very familiar line. Very, very clean racing line indeed. Goes for the outside turbo, speed pad this time round.
He's also using the Pfizer. I mean, still pretty clean overall, just kind of thicky sign, but is kind of trying to keep a main length.
Definitely good at avoiding the walls, to say the least, and also maintaining a great racing line. And here we have Anna Player, who's Harry Mao decided to not barrel roll fully, but there you go. He uses the turbo at everyone's favourite spot on this particular run.
This is amazing. A Paramount HD doing rolls like this. This is ridiculous, but I like it.
It is definitely interesting to see. However, I think the wall collision there might have just prevented him from getting another roll there. Oh, we missed a speed pad going around the corner as well, I should add. But comes in with a decent time of 32.13.
Yes, indeed.
And here we have Kid 8 again with his Piranha Fury in 4th place currently on this event. Goes in very cleanly, has a slight wall hit, but takes everyone's favourite turbo spot, going around the corner very cleanly. But he doesn't go for the barrel roll there, but he still maintains his momentum going around the corner.
Despite not going for it, he still has a very clean racing line, hugging those turns very well, especially on the Piranha, no less.
And as you can see, very close to the wall there. And he gets a nice time. Well-deserved 4th place. Well, there you go. So, very familiar runs, some wider than others, some people not taking the barrel rolls and barrel rolling in different places. I mean, you know, it's all different stuff. And, you know, there's always definitely something to improve upon when you look at these other contenders as they compete in the Transcendence League. My question is,
there are definitely a lot of things to watch out for.
My question is, though, which 20 are we going to be seeing in 2 weeks? Who's going to be in the top 20?
It's hard to tell. There's still 2 weeks left, and I definitely feel like there's going to be a shake-up in the file. I'm calling it right now.
And we move on now to Event 3, the Nita K Reverse on Flash. This has also been a rather interesting event. We've had a few submissions on this one. So we are with Mr. Aloy, who's currently in 11th place. Doesn't go for the barrel roll at the top, but goes in smoothly to the tunnel. Gets a nice side shift
I think
towards...
that were both pads there.
Remaining very close to his ghost, keeping a very tight line. Gets a very nice side shift there.
Just barely touches the wall.
A very interesting turbo, but he gets around there quite quickly. Very, very smooth indeed. Nicely done. Here we have Hey Hey, currently in 6th place. Very high there, but goes in very quickly at the same time, so therefore no speed is lost.
They get the roll, that's definitely what matters.
And I believe she's also using her turbo at the same spot as Aloy did.
Yeah, probably.
Ooh, nice side shift to the turbo.
Oh, that's interesting. That's the way to get that pad. There, finishes off with a nice clean landing.
2404. And here we have the Honest Fork showing everyone how it's done. Ooh, but he doesn't quite get the roll there.
This is the roll, man.
A triple. Ooh, he doesn't quite get the triple. He went for the triple though. Fair play to the guy. Fair play. But he still pulls in a massively fast time. Ooh, a double roll. Fantastic work. I mean,
what else can you ask for?
I mean, he definitely recovered those missed rolls for certain, just doing that double roll at the end. But imagine if he did make every single one of those rolls. Imagine what time he would have actually gotten there.
I mean, that probably goes down to a 22-2x even if he nailed the additional roll that he missed.
Ooh. It takes a lot to do what these guys do.
Yeah.
That's all.
Probably
that's all
time,
we can say.
but practice as well.
And we move swiftly on to Event 8, Metropia Phantom Speed. making a huge speed increase, jumping from 3 to 8. Skipping Rapier this week because we're not Rapier boys, and
we may have had just a little bit of too much Rapier last week, potentially. But here we are, we're on Phantom.
We are looking at Dark Maiko in the VR. 8th place at this event currently, gets a very, very nice turn in there.
And doing awesome VR, I mean, that's crazy.
Didn't go for the roll on outside the maglock there, but he gets the roll going around the corner. Very smooth lines. Comes in with a very nice time indeed of exactly 20 seconds. And here we have Hey Hey, currently in 6th place for this event. Very smooth lines, going around very, very quickly, not losing any speed, hitting all of the speed pads.
Very low tap on the maglock.
Gets the double pads, going around slightly a bit too deep on
a
the
little
corner.
Bit wide, but that's a very time, 1981.
And here we have Beak in 4th place currently, with very quiet audio. I tried to set it up and it didn't quite work.
Yeah, I mean, I think we asked like a week ago, but you know, I guess that's how he is.
Yeah. Very smooth lines though. Look at that.
Yeah,
Bang.
despite being behind, he actually does catch up right there.
With a 1961 to end. Wow. There you go. So, very familiar lines, but some pulling off a few more barrel rolls than others. But, none the least, it goes to show that everyone has the right idea of racing line on that particular event. Back when Fork did his... Sorry, go on.
It's a bit of a tricky, it's like a very intermediate course, Metropia, that one. Obviously racing lanes, but of course you have to remember to hit those rolls as well as they come in.
Mm-hmm. Apparently Beaks turned up his audio in later runs, so apparently this is an older run of his, so yeah, but that's good news. At least we'll have some higher volume when we see Beak again in the future. Moving on, we have Speed Lap on Soul A+.
That's funny, I don't think we've had it for a while.
No, we have not seen Soul for 3 weeks actually. So yeah, and here we have Lady White in 11th place currently. Gets a nice hit on all those
using
free
the
pads.
iconic AZ system speed.
Doesn't go on the right side of the AG system sign, but still gets a nice bit of speed going down the hill. Goes for the shortcut.
Pretty much taking shortcuts here.
Slightly wide going up, but nonetheless keeps fast. Takes the alternative shortcut, which can be done. It doesn't quite pull off the roll, but pulls in an amazing 30
It's the double right there. That's pretty good.
And here we have Hey Hey with 5th place currently. Now, I've heard Hey Hey...
Oh, notice that. She left off on the throttle. She landed there.
I think that's a wise decision. One thing I've learned about Hey Hey as well is she's incredibly talented at 2048. Ooh. I mean, when we
yeah, that is true actually. I think about it. Oh, that was close.
She very nearly pulled that off, didn't she? 29-13.
Yeah.
Oh hey, look, it's me.
Hey, it's you. Now let's see how things in 3rd place. Rather square corner right there. Lance Plebe misses a pad there. Gets the double right there. That's a very tight line through there. Now here comes the tricky part, landing the potential double roll on this section. Doesn't quite go for it, but still maintains the line to finish off with a double. Very nice lap.
And that was a 28.83 from my behalf. But yeah, one thing I've definitely learned about Hey Hey is her talent at 2048 is quite remarkable, I have to say. It is... She's got talent, and I tell you what, when I go up against her in any of the online finals, I look forward to the fights that we could have there, especially with all the other contenders.
Yeah, quite interesting. Hey, with a chance there to rack up some points, even now, potentially improving her spots in 2048.
There are definitely quite a few people on the list now who have definitely most likely booked their online spot. So, you know, as qualifying comes to a close in the next 2 weeks, we're going to really start seeing some action. Event 14, Soul 2 Venom. is the next event. So we're going into the time trials now. We are done with the speed laps for this week. Or are we? No, we are not, because you can see some later on in the after party. Yes. So we are here with Nitro Boost 245 in 8th place currently for this particular event. Nice side shift to the right. Goes up and takes the double barrel roll option. Excellent. But doesn't quite get the speed pad there. And a slight wall collision may have set him back about half a second there. But nonetheless, he continues to follow his racing line very, very nicely. Ooh, doesn't quite get that.
Roll there.
I reckon maybe a side shift to the right there could have helped him land that. But nonetheless, he pulls off the turbo in the most recommended spot and gets it nice and fluidly. 31.34 on the first lap.
Goes for the same shot again. Notice that he's quite diagonal to make sure he kind of stays close to the ground.
I do think that's a good idea sometimes, because just having that extra bit of momentum ability, it allows you to continue to keep control of your craft. Ooh. Okay, he goes in for the turbo spot again. Little bit wonky in the sky there, but nonetheless lands fluidly. 29.06 on that lap. Ooh, goes a bit high.
Wobbly there.
Little bit high. But nonetheless, he maintains speed and maintains momentum. Follows the racing line incredibly well. And he gets the roll.
He has the roll that time.
Fantastic. Lovely job there. That's actually one of the best ways I've ever seen it. And he goes in very nicely at the end there. I think he actually matches that time, I think, on that last one there. Here we have Beak in 6th place currently. So, very fluid line. Very similar line, but he opts into going for under the wing straight away.
This is the pad, though.
Which did set him back behind his Ghost, but that doesn't matter because he got ahead of his Ghost straight away by pulling off that roll, keeping a very nice racing line. Look at that, how tight to the wall. Nice side shift to the right there. A 30.09 for the first lap. He's going under the wing again, I believe. Yep, he is. But he doesn't quite land low enough to pull off a double roll there.
Because he went a little too high in the beginning, so he couldn't in second.
Mm. Slightly wide there, but nonetheless gets a very tight line in.
Still hits the last pad on that lap.
A 28.95 to finish that lap off. Going into the final lap, going under the wing again. Lands it, but doesn't quite get enough height to pull off another roll. And he misses the speed pad as well, which I think may have accidentally sent him a little bit further back, but it's okay.
He almost matches his Ghost again.
Nice side shift to the left there to get around that corner.
That side shift, I don't know if I agree with that. That might send him a little wide on the final turn, but even then, that's still pretty good. And now we have Solar in 3rd place at the moment. No, 2nd.
I'll let you commentate on this one.
Right, so, pretty understandable strategy right there. To go with that particular method as rounds the corner at the moment. Quite a bit use of side shift there to keep some stability, and especially towards the last corner where Maz hit the turbo on that spot there.
I did get a slight wall collision entering there, but never mind. I did kind of balls this one up a little bit by missing the speed pad there, but yeah.
Yeah, now, there's quite a few things to keep track of.
Now, with this run, when you beat me, when it took you over an hour to beat me on this particular event, I managed to come back straight away and then beat my own time within 5 minutes. This was literally done in 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes. I don't think you could have got any more perfect than that if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
Rocking the 2097 HUD. Yes, it is my favourite HUD. I've used this HUD for years now, and I just love it.
Well, I know a few other people have the Wipeout 3 HUD as their favorite. Used to as well, but I don't know. I get kind of like the HD HUD now at this point. But even then,
dear, we're having a few little connection issues going on, but I can just about understand you. We've got a bit of base heads in the background before we head off to the next time trial. What are we thinking so far?
Another time trial.
What are we thinking so far, eh? Seems like a lot of people are getting into the mood.
Into the mood.
Next up, we have the Nita K Flash Event 15.
This one's quite interesting and maybe partially fun. Who knows? We shall see.
Okay, to begin us, we have Lady White. Here we go. So, gets a turbo start, hits the first speed pad, goes in nice and tight, following a good racing line, gets the roll, but doesn't quite hit the speed pad upon landing. She uses the turbo here. Interesting.
I mean, that is one way to potentially get things done. Misses the pad, though.
Coming with the first lap of a 27.59, well ahead of her Ghost. Takes the similar line as she did on the previous lap. Little bit wobbly, but
I'm
all
noticing not quite a lot of side on her part. That might be something to consider when trying to improve.
Oh, slightly late on the barrel roll there, but nonetheless, keeps momentum. 26.82 on the next lap, and a perfect lap as well. Goes for the right-hand speed pad.
Very calm overall race stuff from White herself.
Now I noticed
turbo.
I noticed she used the turbo differently here. She used it here instead. I wonder what made her change her mind.
I'm not sure. I mean, this is kind of the same situation that happened in Event 13, I believe. She used turbo in different.
Very nice and fluid. My question to Lady White was, were you screaming in frustration on this event as well?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she did get the job done. That's ultimately what matters.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the VR again with Darth Maiko in 6th place currently. Goes into the double roll. Goes in fluidly. Goes for the right-hand speed pad. It's all the speed pads perfectly. Following a very tight racing line. Nice side shift to the right.
Uses a side shift folder.
That was a textbook lap. Perfect lap, and pretty much perfect. Like, in every place. Absolutely fantastic. Good job. But on the second lap,
the pad, though,
went a little bit wide that time. Which is probably the reason why he was behind his Ghost now. But let's see how the rest of the run goes. Very similar lines, very similar barrel roll going off here, but doesn't quite make that one there.
Perfect lap.
But another
probably a bit
perfect
of
lap.
a bad approach when it came to that one.
Ooh, gone very close to Ghost, and now he's ahead of his Ghost again. Always room.
Still maintains the rate for the potential double.
And he gets the double.
Perfect lap. Final
That's
lap.
3 perfect laps in a row. Could we be witnessing a perfect time trial? Oh, no, not quite.
I think he hit the ball.
No, I was getting hopeful there.
Unless we may be mistaken, who knows?
I mean, very similar lines throughout, and it's worked off a treat.
Session
Very nice
complete.
trial. Yeah, unfortunately it wasn't quite a perfect time trial there, but very close. Very close. And here we have you, Iwito, in 1st place currently. Very fluid. Damn it, Solar, you and your big mouth. Hey, that's not very nice. Ooh. very close. Your side shift action is something else.
Takes a lot. A bit walky there, I know.
Whoa! Okay. Okay. That was cheeky. That was very cheeky.
It takes a lot.
I mean, I don't really know what to say. I'm just kind of baffled with these barrel rolling. Like, how do you do it? How the hell? How?
I actually found it out from someone else. You really have to, like, angle it correctly. Obviously, it's a very tricky roll.
I mean, this is just textbook. This is what I call just... I have no words. It's just...
I think it's definitely deserving a gold medal at the moment.
Oh, absolutely. This is gold medal material right here. I mean, absolutely amazing. Absolutely incredible. Incredible
What an incredible finish right there.
Absolutely amazing. Fair play to you, mate. That was fantastic.
Woo!
Wow. A lot of people are also agreeing with that one as well. Everyone's saying like, holy shit, no way.
Hooray!
What a
that's
run.
the first gold medal showing at the moment. This reviewing. Wait, no. We have 4 clear.
We have 18 people with us at the minute. How fantastic.
Oh wow. I mean, that's the honor with the last round review. Let's kick off.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what's back? It's event 19. What did we say about this event? This is the most hated event
of our existence.
Yep. Let's begin with looking at Mr. Alloy's run, who's currently in 8th place, using it as a Guy Fury. This is everyone's favourite event. Very fluid roll. Nice turbo use.
He's definitely fluid on like how he approaches the turns. That is definitely something worth noting.
Yeah, it's definitely like he's got a lot of very smooth steering going on. And his side shift work is actually quite impeccable as well.
Yeah, he's been missing rolls though. That can definitely help improve his time.
Canar Avalon,
Guys, I mean, I think he might have a genuine chance at online. It's just about adding the more difficult rolls in to really improve his times.
I mean, Mr. Alloy is definitely capable. We've seen what his skill level is like
He's
online.
definitely capable of online. That's for sure.
Absolutely, he is definitely up with the rest, and he's definitely
Starting to lose
not...
his momentum. He's starting to hit the walls a little more.
Would you say the pressure got a little bit to him here, or do you reckon he's remained quite calm? Because I reckon he's remained quite
Maybe.
calm.
I mean, the first 3 laps very calm. I mean, this one, you know, a little bit more stability.
I mean, he's not missing many speed pads at all. In fact, he's hitting the majority of them. And his steering is just, like, impeccable. It's very, very clean. Very,
Maybe
very
he
nice.
just really likes the Guy Fury.
Canar Avalon, you had a question. You're more than welcome to ask me. I'll keep an eye on the chat. Don't worry. Sorry, I'm just kind of doing 2 things at once. This is my run. I'll let you commentate, sir. It's on to you.
Yes, 4th place, but still nothing to frown about by any means necessary. Obviously, this is so tough because there are some particular roles here that you have to watch out for. He does have a very good racing line coming into the third section to go for potential triple. Not so a bit rough there. Goes for a little bit wonky on the starting grid there. Maintain momentum.
Apparently, you're on the moon, apparently, so I think we might be having a few audio issues. I will actively look into this now. In the meantime...
Maybe if I, like, leave and re-party after this, but nevertheless, he is... Solar Exotic is really maintaining his lines there. This is the roll though, but gets that other one. Still have to go a little bit high there, but I mean, this is obviously quite a fast time trial at the moment. One more lap, close it out. A few scrapes of the wall, gets the double there. And one final turn to finish it off. Turning grid, a little bit wobbly, but very clean finish.
Indeed. No, Solar, no Nitro. Tonight is the after party. I mentioned that it was coming straight after the stream. Here we have Pigeon RL. System, if you would like to just leave the party and rejoin really quickly to see if that might fix the audio, and I'll continue to commentate over Pigeon's time.
Okay.
Cheers, buddy. So, going in with a very, very nice run so far. We've got a lot of barrel roll action. This guy, I mean, just look at him. Look at all these barrel rolls. I mean, look at these pulling these off. I mean, it's just consistent every single lap. Look at that, 18 second lap times. Look at that, triple rolls, quad rolls. I mean, every single lap. This guy is really showing what we can do. This is Transcendence, everybody, right here. This is exactly what all of the contenders are and will be pulling off. System Inspired was not joking when he said this tournament will test your skills to the absolute limit. This is a prime example of it. Absolutely incredible run. And we have Mr. System Inspired back. Hello.
Hello. Let's see if the audio works this time around.
Hopefully. I'm just going to look at the stream myself. It seems like it's all good this time round. Hopefully, I think that's all good now. If not,
yeah, I hope we don't have continued issues. Sorry about that.
Nope. I'd like to apologise if there is any more audio issues after this. Moving on, we have our first comparison of the night, ladies and gentlemen. It is Event 22, Capital Reach.
2040, I almost feel like this is warranted. But here we go. We have Capital Reach B. This one I think had quite a bit more, I think.
And here we are. Let's do this. So, in today's comparison for time trial, we have Irito, myself, Darth Maiko, and Beat competing each other. The total interval for the lead is 2.09 seconds. The very familiar lines, but Beat was the only one that didn't go for the barrel roll there. Most people very, very familiar with these. That very much everyone in the same spot. Just slightly a little bit apart from each other.
Peak is a little bit behind though.
Now you've gone for a different path. Would you like to explain why you did that?
I felt like that was a little more comfortable. It's actually a bit of a trickier segment. The things like you kind of sure you're straightened out more in general. It might be ever so slightly faster touch.
Well, I've noticed you were faster by 0.8 of a second, so it must have paid off for you.
Perhaps, or maybe I was just faster in the parts where you were slower.
There's also that too.
Because right now I am actually ahead, only slightly.
see the gap is slowly but surely widening. No, Timmets, nobody takes the skill cut because there's no speed pads down there, and it's actually faster by a few milliseconds to take the speed pad route instead of the skill cut route. And obviously over the course of the time trial, it can add up to more than a second. So it's been proven better to take this specific corner right here.
When he said, he's talking about the narrow in the speed pad part thing.
Yeah, like the skill cut,
yeah, it's definitely faster to take the speed pad, like, in skill cut, especially with a Pfizer prototype.
Sometimes skill cuts can be used, though, however. Well, get away from weapons. So they have alternative uses, in my humble opinion. As you see, the gap is slightly wider now. As you see, not everyone's jumping down there at the exact same time. Just the sound of roaring engines and speed pads.
Yeah, that's what happens. Everyone uses a 5-star prototype.
It's orgasmic. Look at that, there you go, and everyone finishes. No more, just over 2 seconds overall. Look at the gaps. Wow. Well, there you go.
Definitely something.
Definitely something. I hope anybody lower than 4th has kind of got a little idea on where to go now. So hopefully we can see some more closer times leading up towards the end of qualifying. Because it's not long now, peeps. 2 weeks.
A little over 2 weeks, but now time is starting to really within.
If you haven't started qualifying yet and you're currently watching this stream, I suggest doing it now.
Yeah, it's probably a wise move.
And now we move on to an event that also has not been shown for a very long time. It is Event 24 Subway A+. An event I hate.
And the Road World, I believe.
And this is an event I personally hate. Here we have Beak, currently in 6th place. Let's see how he did this. Subway is such a nice track. Subway skull emoji. Subway blech. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of mixed opinions going on.
He didn't get the roll there, like just before the actual jump out of the subway. That's interesting.
Ooh, a little bit wiggly. This run's so bad, according to Beak, apparently.
Yeah, but he has an interesting line through the pads, though, and that might be worth something to look into.
And as we always say, there are improvements necessary in every single run. No one's perfect in the slightest.
6 laps of subway, though. I mean, I don't know if I can agree with that. Excessive.
Yeah, what was your randomizer thinking picking out this horrible track?
I really have no idea. I think I have more questions about the fact that, like, why is A plus 6 laps? That just seems a bit excessive. You know, it's A plus, but still.
It is a lot to take in, and you know, it's one mistake can end the run, especially in the higher speed classes, and it's, you know, especially late in this sort of thing. I mean, as you can see, like, just a few wall collisions can mean a whole second, especially in 2048. It's one of the most punishing tracks, as Lady White puts it. One of the most punishing tracks ever.
And speed pads still matter even in comps.
I think this track probably would have been better off played in the lower speed classes, probably a little bit more easier to handle. But an AG system speed.
Back in Epsilon, we had Subway for, I think, C class.
And now we've jumped all the way to the top of the spectrum of speed classes, and we're doing this in A+ class. What a bloody nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah, like right there, a bit of a heavy wall collision coming out of the tunnel.
But notice Beak follows a very similar line, so therefore he's quite consistent. Therefore, he can be consistent.
Yeah.
But can he add in extra elements with like that extra barrel roll under the tunnel there? Who knows? Definitely something to improve upon. As you can see, he mainly might rely on a right side shift instead of going for the barrel roll, which definitely shaves off a few extra seconds, but doesn't quite get enough seconds from the barrel roll or what the barrel roll would give.
I mean, personally, I think in the majority of situations you want to try and go for a barrel roll, even in A+, because that's still another set of momentum that you want to put into your lap or race time.
You can go above A+ class just for that split second from the speed that you get from barrel rolling. When you look at these, though, when you barrel roll, it doesn't look like you do get much speed, though. But you do.
It doesn't seem like it. I mean, it's obviously less powerful than it would probably be with a Pfizer prototype, but it's still something to worth note.
But nonetheless, very consistent with his racing line. With a 3:24.25. And here we have Hey Hey. Currently in 4th place by 0.02. So let's see how she does it. As we've seen, we know Hey Hey's ability with 2048. We discussed it earlier. So let's see it put into work. Perfect barrel roll. And another perfect barrel roll.
A bit wide though, but still getting the 2 barrel rolls as necessary.
Oh, doesn't quite get the speed pad there. This is fun to watch. Thank you, Christopher. I think a lot of people are agreeing on that one, which is good. At least I know I've done a good job.
Yeah. You beat her in here by 0.02, so...
I was pretty much on par with this run. Just ever so slightly faster. I have no idea how, because I absolutely hated doing this event. Whether I'll come back to it or not to improve, probably not. But if I have to, I will. Not that I really want to, but yes. Nonetheless, as you can see, Hey Hey's line is incredibly smooth. I mean, getting around these corners with the same momentum, same racing line, pulling off rolls just like no tomorrow. And look at all these speed pads. I mean, you know, just fluid.
What more can you ask for?
Beak asks, I don't get how people get that barrel roll in there. People tend to shift, pointing their nose up and also side shift at the same time. And then you gain just enough height to pull off the barrel roll. You do have to be quick on that particular barrel roll though. Like, as soon as you get off the ground, the millisecond
very
you get off the ground.
small little jump there, that's why it's probably more difficult.
As you can see, the nose was pulled up there just last second off the speed pad. Side shifted to the right, and then the barrel roll was pulled off just about. You only get like a very small margin. I think it's not even like a quarter of a second you have to react in to pull off that barrel roll. It's quite a challenging one, to say the least. And even as Hey Hey says, she just moses up. Just for the record, by the way, I did not ask PlayStation to get involved. Don't you dare. Okay, good. But yeah. Ooh, doesn't quite get the speed pad there.
Oh. Still quite the tight racing line though, hitting the pads where necessary. And even if you're a bit wobbly, it's still a very good race time overall.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very few mistakes here. Very minor ones, I might add, because either they're just a missed speed pad or just a slight wall collision. At the end of the day, it's not stopping Hey Hey one little bit. I mean, look at her go. Yeah.
Section one last time, closed out the lap race time.
Beautiful. Lovely. Nicely done. There you go.
3:21.19.
And here we are. We have Awito in first place. The audio had to be removed for this particular run because we were in a party chat at the
Because
time.
we were having a conversation at the time, and I think that was kind of funny.
Yes, and you were just doing this while we were having a casual conversation about all sorts of different things that were going on at the same time. I can't actually remember what it was all about.
Yeah,
I
and I
think
just happened to get a new first place here, so that's nice. That's nice to know.
I think Beak was there as well, wasn't he?
Yes, I think he was here, and I just casually get a new first place. So
I think you were also doing Zone at the time as well. You were also doing the Zone.
yeah.
And we now have 20 people watching. Fun fact for me as well. For this
Oh my gosh, 20 people? That's kind of crazy.
I know. And I just want to say this as well. This is actually, in my entire YouTube career, this includes going back to my old channel back in 2012. This is actually the most amount of people I've ever had in a live stream. So this is quite the milestone for me, might I add.
I mean, we gotta keep going with these reviews. We're getting this much attention. That quite means a lot. It really means a lot, both from Solar's end and on our end as well.
We're in this together. We are in this together. God, it's very, very quiet without the sound.
Yeah, I mean, this is my run. I thought you would commentate if you so choose.
I actually learned a little bit off of this run, and I'll tell you what it was. I didn't know about that barrel roll you just pulled off there, and I didn't know that you could hit more speed pads the way you would, like going to the right, to the left. Take it back now. No, I'm not going to sing now. Fuck that. See, your line is just so fluid. I mean, how did you keep?
I think I'm pretty happy overall with lines throughout this race. I mean, I think I was pretty darn focused despite just casually talking about other nonsense at the time.
I mean, you're just hitting every single speed pad. I mean, how much did you beat the time by, like the first place time? Because that was held by Darth
by
Myko.
0.66 from Darth Myko. And the thing is, I kind of wanted to be his time because he had first place for a while, and I was like, I think he can get it. And then I got in VR, and I messed it by over half a second. I mean, that's pretty darn good.
And I mean, you just followed the racing law. I mean, everything about this run was almost perfect. Obviously, I can't say perfect because there's always room for improvement, but it's darn close. Darn close.
I mean, there are a few BRs missed, but I mean, racing line wise, I mean, it's pretty good.
An example right there. But how much time would you have gotten from that barrel roll? Probably only like 0.1, maybe 0.2. So, you know, the improvements are so like minuscule, but so necessary.
Yeah.
I mean, judging by how close the runs have been in Transcendence so far, which anybody can go and have a look at the leaderboards, by the way, I shall leave a Google Drive link. Sorry, not Google Drive, a Google Sheets link in the comment section now for you guys to go and have a look. You can just see how close these times really, really are. It is absolutely crazy.
Guys, yo!
I figured I'd include that bit.
Of course, you had to unmute it when I said that.
Why wouldn't I unmute it? It was the perfect thing to add.
Oh my god.
I think you might appreciate that one. You had You had quite the celebration. But now we are all done with the time trials, and now we move on to your favourite mode, and everybody else's favourite mode as well. It's Zone Mode.
Yay!
Modesto Heights Reverse. We're going to event 27.
Yeah, I don't think we've actually seen this one yet.
No, we haven't. We actually haven't seen both zones and both detonators in this run review, so this is new for everybody.
Well, let's see what the heck happened here.
We're starting off with that one bonk, currently in 9th place. Again, this guy only has posted more towards the end of the list of events and not so much at the start. But considering the fact that there's only 2 weeks left, I expect we'll probably start seeing more from this guy, because I have heard from Lady Whites that he has been doing runs outside of the submissions, just like Patrex has as well. So there's quite a few people doing runs behind the scenes, so don't think they're not.
Yeah, I'm quite curious about Patrick, though. I mean, we're still not sure if his plan's gonna work. I heard he's been busy, but I think he's definitely got a few things up his sleeve.
I think everybody has, to be honest with you. I mean, it's very unpredictable, this event. I mean, we haven't seen the last of it yet, and we've still got 2 weeks. Oh, good God. Now, this is one of the more harder zones. This has been incredibly volatile to a lot of the contenders on this one. It's definitely quite a difficult one.
Yeah.
Zone 40. Clear.
Not many people make it far on this one, sadly. Because it is quite a technical track for zone mode.
Yes, indeed.
Ooh, just got into Super Zen there. And that was the end of Bonk. With 14 perfect zones, I think that was. And here's V, excuse me.
This is a second place position, actually. Very nice. Currently in subsonic, maintaining the lines. But of course, it's only going to get more difficult from here. All the up the course, you obviously have to find the right racing line, even as going faster and faster. You have to think of how you approach in order to make sure you stay for as long as you can. See if you can squeeze out final zone. Oh.
Yes, absolutely. Just to remind you guys, straight after this stream, about 5 to 10 minutes after this stream ends, we will be going straight over to the run review after party, where we're going to be showing you some behind the scenes, some bonus runs, some funny moments, and some comments that some of the contenders have been making while they're doing their runs. We've got quite a lot to see.
Oh, what the heck happened there?
Yeah, understandably, that bit really annoyed me, because I don't really know what happened there. I just got
I
punched
have
back.
no idea either. Like, normally you'd either, like directly below the hill or something like that. I have no idea.
Yeah, just got bumped nicely back. I think everyone died in this particular spot, you know. Most people...
Yeah, it's a very awkward corner right there. I really have no idea who made it. Oh, X-Day.
Yes. And here we have you in the VR during also our conversation as well. But
the funny thing is, I mean, you're probably aware of this, but I actually improved this one as well.
I did notice. I verified
we're showing the older run.
Yes, this is actually an outdated run. Obviously, because it was done after runs were downloaded and stuff like that. Obviously, it wasn't considered for this run review, I'm afraid. But nonetheless,
I mean, this is still pretty good nonetheless.
So, yeah, this run is unfortunately outdated, but Iwito obviously still is in first place. What was your new record?
I think, like, right my tournament record is 200,000. My actual world record is 230,000. Maybe within the 2 weeks we'll actually get another world record, but we shall see. I think I might want to do... It's a weird position. Well, I only have to do the time trial in E, and then event 40. And then, like, I mean, I think I might have already gone first, but I don't know, we shall...
Kid8 says, is it just me, or does it look slower in VR than normal play? To be honest with you, I do agree. I have noticed that as well, that it does seem a little bit slower in VR.
That might be a good point, actually, in some regards.
So, do you reckon that could make it easier for some people?
I mean, for Darth Maiko, he probably yes, because he's probably playing more often than regular people. So it's kind of hard to say. I know definitely it's kind of awkward because, like, depending on how the F goes, it probably does seem slower in VR than otherwise.
Yeah. Okay, we are moving swiftly on to Malabo. We are going to event 29, and this is also an event, as previously stated, that has not been shown yet in a run review.
Well, let's go see what the heck went on in Malabo.
We're starting off with Mika Heil, who's currently in 8th place. We're in Subsonic, as you can see, with 66 health remaining and 143,600 points. doing well to survive. This Malavo is quite a tricky circuit for Zone, but not the hardest one. I do believe Protoso is actually the hardest one. But obviously everyone has their own opinion on this one, because this one is quite equally as difficult.
I mean, Malvo is really just a weird F1 circuit.
It does look like an F1 circuit, doesn't it? It's something you probably would find.
I mean, it should be good for Pirelli.
With Lewis Hamilton going over to Ferrari as well after this season, should be a
I mean, I don't know what the heck guy. I mean, he is probably going to be one of the highest paid in the world with the deal that Ferrari is giving him.
Indeed. But looking at Mikhail, he's reaching Mach 1. He's definitely got a lot of control on his ship, but then he begins to pinball here, and I think we are seeing the end of this run.
Yeah, that's always something that you really don't want to happen in your run. It always happens to the best of us.
And honestly, that is not what we want to see at the end there, just sending ourselves straight into the wall and no recovery whatsoever. It is the most horrible thing ever. But nonetheless, 153,000, incredible. Nice. Nice work. We are back with that one bonk again, currently in 4th place for this event. We are cruising at zone 65 at the moment with 162,000 points. I can see bonk.
A lot of air brake usage, that's definitely required in the higher zones for sure.
Yep. Ooh, slight late turning there. As Kid rightfully put, yep, once you start pinballing, it's downhill from there. Yep, once you start pinballing, it's usually the end.
It's harder to try and maintain your control. Like, look at what's going on right now. Already at critical health, only at zone 69. Nice.
He's holding on. He is holding on.
He still kind of maintains his momentum for the moment.
Yeah, he's not hitting two walls too aggressively, so therefore the energy is not exactly draining too fast. And he holds off quite well, as you can see. Keeping momentum, keeping still, keeping steady. But as you can see, few wall hits, and eventually that is going to toll up to his death. But as you can see, he's not going out in the pinballing Mahushan. He is going out slowly but surely, which is probably the ideal way to die in zone.
I mean, if there's one way to die, it's to die peacefully. Man, that's so morbid.
Yes. Are you taking Dai's pan, Marita?
What else is there to say?
So here we have Iwito. I mean, do we even need to say anything? do we need to see anything? Look at that, 334,000 points, zone 115, supersonic, near about 40 health remaining. You've even been told to touch grass.
Yeah.
Oh mate.
Energy critical.
But how you keep this like momentum, how you keep this like still and steady at this speed on this technical circuit, how? Explain, please.
It takes a lot to do what we do.
Of course. The answer to everything.
I think you should play the countdown theme when I die. It's like...
Noted. Do that in the next run review, maybe. Oh, and then he pinballs to his death. Then he pinballs to his death. And unlike last time, you don't have 1 billion speed pads, you have 752.
Yeah, I mean, that's still quite a high number.
Mm. The grass disappears when yeah, the grass disappears when Awita gets near it. They're scared of it. And, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for zone mode. We are now moving on to the final mode in the run review.
We're now in Gabam territory because we're going into Detonator. I think it's Sol 2.
It is indeed. We are going to Sol 2, Event 36. So let's see how you guys did your runs.
I mean, they probably did it, I think, the controller.
And fingers were
And
used.
see.
We are looking at Mr. Aloy. Ooh, hits the bomb. That's 20 shield energy lost there. So currently cruising at 359,000 points currently on stage 7. So, in my eyes, that's not a bad score at all for this stage, I have to say. Because usually it is recommended that you have about 400,000 points by the end of stage 7. So, yeah, decent score, Aloy. Decent score from this point. Very nice.
There's quite a few mines populating the though.
Ooh, the EMP saved him from missing that bomb there. However, I don't recommend using the EMP on bombs. Heavily against that one. Ooh.
He's still kind of slow firing his shots at the moment, even in the higher stages.
I'd say that's somewhat good because he can still chain bullets, and he's shown that he can chain bullets, but maybe a little bit too slow on this time round. Only managed to make it to stage 8. But now we're jumping to Kid 8, who's currently
I didn't
first
realize,
place.
like, why did you start at stage 6? Oh, now I know why.
Yes, the reason why is because I'm showing the final 3 stages of each run. That's why.
Oh, well now it only makes a lot of sense.
Yes. Because I don't want runs to be too short, but also I don't want runs to be too long due to the fact that Share Factory only allows me to put up to 80 minutes worth of footage in. So yeah, it's a very annoying
Maybe you
limit.
should petition Share Factory to update your limit or something.
Well, yeah, you'd think like we're on a PS5, we could at least like have the limit a little bit larger, but no. Sony don't want that. Annoying bastards. But never mind. So we're going into the final stage with over 1 million points. Ooh.
What?
EMP energized.
Oh! I mean, that's a weird way to do it, but okay.
Very weird way to do it. I think maybe going backwards and bouncing off of the wall might have cost you a little bit less health, kid, but you do you.
Yeah, I mean that's one way to do it. I mean, I have never seen that, but I mean, fair play.
I mean, you made it to the end, so I suppose, you know.
And well, I mean, who else could it possibly be? I mean, Hirio. I'm starting to really not like Salt 2 anymore. After this tournament, I mean, it doesn't even matter what moves anymore. I think Salt 2 is starting to get on my nerves. I mean, it's a weak course. You really have to angle your shots to get all the mines that you possibly can. You have to enter into the penultimate stage. I mean, now at this point, it's either about survival or it's about trying to hit those EMP pads.
Now, I'm going to show you the reason why shield energy is so important. Preserving shield energy. Did you get to do that? And believe me, shield energy is not easy to maintain in this mode.
And this track, it just feels rather oh my god, you just ran straight into some mines, I think.
Yeah, that was accidental to be honest. But you should see in a minute how much health I actually have. Because I actually kind of went to the absolute limit here. Oh, maybe I didn't. Oh, okay, I thought I did.
Well, it has to be one way to close it out, and not even enough for one family, but I mean, that's good enough.
I could have actually have gone back there, but never mind. And that is the end. So, yeah, I could have actually done better on that.
No, there's one more, and it's a comparison. And the final regular event. I mean, honestly, I think this one is honestly a bit beautiful because it's none other than Syncopia.
Yes. Syncopia. And it's also the one remaining event that we have not shown in the run review yet. And it is a comparison. So...
Happy days, so we get to see one fight it out on a beautiful zone track.
And get deafened by 5 chain bonus for the next 8 minutes. Hope you guys are ready.
Yeah.
Oh. Here we go. So the gap between the comparison overall is 318,600. We have myself, Kiwito, Kid, and Hey Hey on today's comparison for depth.
Well, we're definitely getting a lot of chain bonuses today.
Yep. Remember the glitch?
Solar's POV.
I've actually scored less than you on this particular. Oh no, I didn't. But I noticed you scored a little bit more than I did in the earlier run. But later on, I then overpassed you. So you could beat me here if you really put your mind to it. But knowing me, I always like to go and try and improve. Which reminds me, I've been beaten again in a null for pass reverse. So I've got to go back and now get more than 2 million
Wait, are
points.
you serious?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. The fight continues.
Yep, unfortunately it does. I've now got to beat 2.03 million points now. I'm like, oh no.
Wait, someone has scored 2 million points in Destiny.
Yeah, well I have in a few runs actually. But on a null for pass reverse, it's just been surpassed for the first time by Vita.
That's incredible. I mean, I thought it would be a dream for someone to finally hit 2 million in track. That's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, I've done it on Modesto Heights, Ubermall, and I did it on the null for pass, Ubermall. I did it on Modesto Heights. Yeah, but yet to do it in a null for pass reverse because I now have to. But I do think it is possible. I did get very close when I uploaded my new world record. So, yeah. Anybody remember the glitch to play while placing Syncopia in time trial and speed lap? Yes, I do. I miss those days. I really do. I wish it was possible in Omega. Apparently you're on Mars again. So, you're ahead of me here by 20,000 points. How the times change, eh? Your chaining is quite good. In fact, not far off at all between the overall top 4, is it? So we're all in very different positions. Hey a little bit further out than everybody else. Kid only slightly behind, and then we're only now just turning the corner.
I mean, both are still pretty even, I think.
There's sound issues again. 1 second. Sounds like we're alright. Yeah, I think the audio's fine. So, we're coming towards the end of Stage 7. Most people in a very good position with their points. As you can see, everyone's surpassed here with the average amount of 400,000 points, which is usually required for a decent run on this particular circuit, in my humble opinion. Beak is saying, I'm about to get overtaken so hard by the people that don't post runs until the end attack. Yeah, and that's coming up very, very soon as well. We're going to definitely start expecting runs from, say, Coming Clean or AJ Racing Central. We're going to start seeing runs from that one Bonk, Patrex, even Pigeon maybe. There's definitely quite a few people.
I know Pigeon is working on something. That is 100% confirmed.
And I reckon once these people start seeing, like, this is getting serious now, 2 weeks left, not long left to qualify, it's going to be, well, going to get tense. So I've now overtaken you on points, but Kid has more points, but then again he is further ahead. So this goes to show how close some of these runs really are. I mean, look at these points differences. They're not exactly large, are they? It's going to be so scary to see the people rise in the leaderboards. I want this 4 so bad. There's definitely going to be a fight for the top 4 now, I reckon. It's really going to start getting interesting.
Yeah.
Canar Avalon, my go. I hate this map part. I get to it one day, I guess. Yeah, you may as well. Give it a good go, bud. I'm trying to read all the chat here. GG, lol, poof. Ah, dies perm. No, blasting shit. Ah, yee. Okay. Lots of sounds. Syncopium, we still have the side-by-side. Yep, this is it. Detonator heightens my blood pressure. Wow. Definitely can heighten mine sometimes as well. Look at you, Peter. Instead of me ill. Mikhail has already settled himself not being 4th, but I do think Mikhail is definitely making it in the top 20. He's definitely going through to the online stages. I've got no doubt about that.
Yeah, he could still have a chance of even getting the stage round 2. That's a very good position to be in.
It's also worth noting as well, you're guaranteed top 20 if you get anything higher than stage 1. So, I'm on stage 12 and Hey Hey's just started her final stage. And Kid is also on his final stage, whereas I'm still heading out on stage 13. Just starting. Solar, have you started working on the online event graphics? You're going to find that out very you're going to find that out very shortly in the after party. Yes.
I know a lot of spectators have been waiting to see the online races, and believe me, that will come.
We're not far away from it. So yeah, I believe since this is also the last event, the after party will be beginning very, very shortly. So if you guys, excuse me, if you if you guys want to come along for that, feel free to stay behind and watch out for the notification. If you just need a little reminder, just click that notification bell on my channel, and then you can see when we go live in the next 10 minutes. You can always take that notification bell straight off after. So, don't need to keep them on. As you can see, everyone's finishing their runs here. And there we go.
I mean, that was spectacular.
There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our run review for this week. But not yet, because we have an after party starting in 10 minutes, as I've just mentioned, where we have 6 more runs to show you, some of which we like to call the honourable mentions. So please do come along for that if you'd like to see. And yeah, we'll be starting in 10 minutes. But first, what do we think of that? I think we had some looking runs there. Don't you agree? Greetings.
Yeah. So I think the crazy part is that we're getting a lot of new people, new runs in. It's clearly starting to get down to the wire. I think when we get to the final 2 run reviews, I mean, it's just going to start getting ridiculous.
Absolutely. Greetings from DJ Maniac, vacationing in Uruguay. Hello, sir. Good to have you here. I hope you're doing well. I think I'm deaf. There's 22 people watching. How do we tell them that the stream's just about to end and we're going over to the after party?
Well, just tell them to move to the after party so that we can party with 20 people.
Yeah, we're going to have an after party where we're going to go behind the scenes. So we're going to be showing you 6 more bonus runs. We're going to be showing you some funny moments. There's not only a small amount, but obviously the after party's not designed to be a long stream. So, you know. And we have some comments to show you as well. But I do think this week's run review has been relatively successful. We have obviously had the biggest turnout ever. Once again, we've beaten last week's. And
that already was a pretty big turnout, so I'm very happy to see how many people are enjoying these things.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I hope you guys liked the new intro sequence. I thought it was all right. I've got nothing else to say. We will see you guys back in about 5 minutes' time for the after party from this point onwards. If you are not staying behind for the after party to see the behind the scenes and stuff, I bid you all a very good night. I hope you guys enjoyed the run review this time round. As you can see, this one was a very long one. And we
had quite a few things to look at, but I mean, I think it was all very lovely.
Yes, and as you can see, there's a lot of editing that went in this week, and my God, it sends me through the roof. Oh, God. So, yeah, that's it from us. I will see you guys with Awito in 5 minutes' time. And if you're not returning, we bid you farewell. Have a good night. Take care. Thank you for joining us.
Good night, everyone.